Uh, okay. Time to start exploring the city. We needed to report to someone. Chauffeured Trail. The Palisade just beyond the north gate. This place isn't too big, but there's still a lot of houses and tents and all kinds of things to explore, people to talk to. Okay, can you let us through the gate? I, Ulbrich, sent a runner with the word that I was to let ye pass. I unlocked the gate for ye, and ye're free to come and go as ye please. Though if the goblins try to take Targos again, I'll need to lock it up again right quick. Now, what is our mission here?
Obviously a job for one as remarkable as myself.
Surprisingly loud, the music. Chauffeured Trail, Nolan the Healer,
Obviously a job for one as remarkable as myself.
obviously. You must be the company from Luskan Ulbrich spoke of. I heard of your actions on the docks. Quite impressive. Never again will I say nothing good ever comes from Luskan. Okay. Lord Ulbrich told us to report to you for our assignment. Of course, you have come to serve in the Targos Guard. Let me inform you of your duties and your keep. Pay is 1 gold a 10-day, payable in a month advance, and for your actions upon the docks, Ulbrich has authorized me to reward you with an additional sum. If you do not have equipment, then you will need to visit the Galloway Trading Depot in town and purchase what you need. If you are wounded while serving in the guard, report here and Nolan in the corner there will tend to your wounds. So free healing. Which is good because your own healing capabilities at this point are non-existent. If you do not have lodgings, then we will make arrangements for you to be lodged here on the grounds, or have one of the abandoned buildings in town. Okay. We can make our own arrangements. Where's our post? Each company serves a rotation on the palisade. Of late, most of our efforts have been focused on constructing the palisade rather than manning it, and that will be your first assignment. There is a breach in one of the outer palisade walls from the last attack. Our engineer, Olaf Tamewater, has told me he is in need of wood to repair it, but there seems to be some trouble in getting it from the docks. I do not have time to attend to the matter myself. Seek Olaf and find out what he needs. You should be able to find him at the northeast palisade. Now make haste. The goblins could attack us at any time. Look, mercenary, if you have any goblin wounds you need me to tend fine, I'm in no mood for any more cases of frostbite, understand? Who are you? I? I am Nolan. I am the healer here at the Palisade. If you're in need of serious healing, however, I'd head to the pavilion inside the gates. Those 2 blustering war priests can help you more than I could. Hmm. Well, look now. Before you get any ideas in your head, my healing's no substitute for proper rest, understand? Any spellcasters with you aren't going to have their heads clear to cast more spells. I just tend to the wounds of the body, not the spirit. Fine, fine.
The best? Fine.
We should rest.
Obviously a job for one as remarkable as myself.
Uh, we only have like a spell or two, so we need all of them.
Strange you ask this of me over these others? No?
We waste our spell on the wizard,
Obviously a
but that
job
is
for one as
all.
remarkable as myself.
Might as well
I
go and
can,
talk to the
and I
man.
will.
See what
Strange
the
you ask
problem
this of
with the
me
wood
over these
is.
others? No?
You're one of those mercenaries that slaughtered the goblins at the docks, aren't you? I wish I could have been there.
Be glad you weren't, kid. One should never wish to be in battle, only wish to keep it far from it.
I still wish I could have seen it. My name's Thomas. I'm a fair shot with a bow, but they won't let me man the walls, so mostly they just ask me to run around every which way, delivering this and that. I've gotten pretty good at covering the town by foot. I have. It's why they call me Swift Thomas.
Can you show me around town?
I would, but chauffeur told me not to go running off, and I'm only supposed to do running when the guards need me. I bet if you were doing a job for him, then he wouldn't mind.
Basically, Swift Thomas is a quick travel system. So we don't have to walk to the docks, for example, we can just use him. Okay, these are not the men I'm looking for. We should start really by talking to pretty much everyone. What? Smug looking barrel. Okay. Seems every time I turn around, the ground is sprouting another crop of sellsword. Have ye a post to report to? If not, go to Chauffeur at the meeting house to the south. He can help ye. Actually, he told us to report to you. Ah, did he? Excellent. I have me own command now, do I? Well, ye can put your swords and weapons away, because that's the last thing I need. So what's the problem? You see this section of the wall here? Well, I can't pat it with air. So what do you need? Oh, I already have the wood I need to fix it in town. But what I need is a way to get it here to the palisade. And that mule-headed merchant Lumbar Grundwall is being difficult. He's the one we've contracted to deliver the lumber. Okay, where is he? You can probably find him on the main road that runs north, south through Targos. Tell Lumbar we need that wood here now. Now go. Hmm, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Who are you guys? We do need experience, and we only need very little to get a full level up, so... Oh, that is Cadence. You almost had it. If you were trying to shoot the moon, that is. I'm going to wipe that grin off your face, you jackal. That gold's as good as mine. One more arrow and I'll send it tumbling off that wall. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, greetings. We've just engaged in a bit of sport, no armament. So what are you doing? And there's a barrel atop of the wall just to the north of us. You might not be able to see it at the moment with that strange fog that comes up, but it's there. Okay, fog of war. Well, my friend Cadence and I'll have a wager. Whoever is the first to knock the barrel from the wall wins a whole month's wages. Aye, your wages, Gable. Your wages. Fine talk, Cadence. But you've been at it for an hour now, and Timora hasn't even so much as looked in your direction. Those 4 gold are as good as mine. Yeah, 4 gold. By the gods, I had no idea that Targos was paid with such riches. Okay, can I try? Of course. Cadence, hold a moment. This mercenary wants to try his hand at knocking the barrel off. What say you, mercenary? 4 gold if you knock it from the wall. How about that longbow you're carrying? Done. Go now. Take all the time you need. If you knock it from the wall, you won. Can I use someone else
So
to
many
do it?
jobs, so simple.
Need something? I can, and I will.
Well, done. I suppose you'll be wanting your payment now. Yes, that longbow, I believe. Well, about that, you see, this bow was given to me by my father. Um, I'm not sure I want to try to... Naturally he'll try to weasel out of it, but at the same time, we're taking the bow out of one of the archers defending the city. Screw it, give me my bow. Here you are, then take it. Though it leaves me with almost nothing to my name. Here we go, the spoils. Is it it's a normal longbow? It's a martial weapon. Oh, I don't like the fact gold doesn't get deposited on me immediately. It goes to the inventory and I have to click it. What the fuck is the point in that? It's just a waste of my goddamn time. Anyway.
You need one? Strange you ask this of me or these others? No?
No, not really. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Anson, open your eyes. We've got visitors. Well, no. Looks like the winds brought another sellsword to Targos shore. If you're looking to shake the chill of your bones, you're welcome to take a place beside the fire. Who are you 3? Name's Anson. The short, squat fellow there is Taran. The bearded one is Illigmar. Well met. Hmm. Iligmar doesn't talk much. He took a dagger in the neck a few winters past, and he hasn't bothered to dig it out yet. We're from the Cross Spears Mercenary Company, originally out of Losken. Now, here we are in Targos. Still, this is far slight better than Losken. No more whoring ourselves out as caravan guards for copper pinching merchants. Hmm, hmm, hmm. It didn't mean it like that, Iligmar. What you do on your time is your business. As for you, are you going to plant yourself or stand there like a fence post? Um, I have duties. Sounds to me like someone's got you on a short leash. Who is it? Shelford, Ulbrich, or both? First Ulbrich, then Shelford, though I imagine I'll have to answer to Ulbrich again at some point. We thought as much. We could tell by the vaguely irritated "What the hell am I doing here" expression on your face. Mm-hmm. Iligmar saw it from a league away. We've been taking bets on who you've been playing fetch for and carry for. Best we can tell you is take hope, friend. Once you get past all the fetching and carrying and the bird's flight of other herald's duties they've got to give you, they let you rest for a while. Do you know those warehouses down by the docks? My very first day, the guard asked me to go in there and kill all the rats inside. Go protect Targos, they said. Huh, that's nothing. At least you didn't have to wear your boot soles down to nothing running around finding and delivering every healing potion in town. I swear by the gods, every guardsman in Targos must have had a broken arm that day. Hey, that's what I had to do. Some guard named Rick wanted me to fetch him a healing potion. Oh, Rick, yes, I know him well. You'd think his arm was made of glass, the way he breaks it all the time. I'm surprised all of Targos hasn't collapsed around us. And Iligmar here. Tell him what you had to do, Iligmar. Go on. My, you did the right thing, Iligmar. Based on some of the stories I've heard, you got off easy. At least you didn't have to go after a rabid wolf in the Scrimshander shop like that poor fool in East Haven years back. So, what did they have Iligmar do? Oh, they had him battle a score of illusionary warriors to test his combat skills. Thing is, Iligmar went straight for the illusionist, punched him in the gut, and beat him over the head with a shield. Took out all the illusions, though. Mm. Mm. Aye, a shame about that. Eligmar wanted to loot the bodies of the poor illusionary warriors and get the equipment, but all of it went up into air. Poof. Just like that illusionist. Uh, I see, but all these fetch and carry assignments end after a while. Uh, well, mm, no. Well, they help you build character, I think. Something like that. I know I made out like a bandit when I was clearing out those rats. I made 5 gold, easy. Uh, I see, 5 gold you say. Doesn't sound like much. Aye, well, maybe not to you. It was a king's ransom to me. Just keep your eyes open and listen to what people tell you to do, and you'll get into the swing of things. One last thing. If they send you on any stupid missions to the dock, see if you can find that runner Swift Thomas. That boy'll get around Targos faster than the wind he will. Save you some time. As long as you can sell him on the fact that you're an official business. Okay, I'll do that. So, Anson, how did you clear all those rats out in the warehouse? Built a cat from one. Built a cat from some old crazy old woman that lives in a shack down by the docks. and dropped it into the warehouse. Cleared those rats out right quick. Gobbled them up so fast I thought it was liable to choke on them. You mean this cat? Aye, that's the poor little blighter. Looks like he choked on one of them rats. What the hells are you carrying a dead cat around for then? I was kind of hoping it might be the solution to someone's problem, that I could earn something from the experience. I get not this time. If I were you, thank the gods I'm not, I'd get out from the cold before your brain freezes any more than it has. When a fool goes to carrying a dead cat around, that's when you need to start asking yourself some serious questions. Okay, a little bit of humor there. What is this? Yes. What are you staring at? Just the shield here on the rack. A beautiful piece of work, isn't it? I finished the last touches on it just yesterday, and it's as solid as a wall. Yes, beautiful work. Funny thing, I notice I can't seem to get to the shield with you standing there. I wanted to pick it up and admire it. Well, actually, no offense meant, but I'm sort of keeping an eye on things here. Wouldn't want one of the hired companies helping themselves to the equipment, you know. I might never get it back. Yeah, no offense taken. Say, weren't they looking for you at the Northern Pole? They were. Why? I don't know, but whoever it was, they were pretty angry about something. I think I heard them say, "If that idiot's off staring at the weapons rack again, I'll put him on the rack." Oh no. But I was only standing here for an hour or two, maybe 3. Hmm, maybe he meant someone else. To be honest, it was hard to tell past all the curses the captain was spouting. I have to go. Pardon me. I must take my leave. Okay, fair. Well then, if you aren't in too much trouble, level up. I'll leave it for 2 guys. Hmm. No. What kind of shield is this? +1 force versus missile. No, it's basically has a slightly better shield bonus. Niles. You're one of those sellsword from Luskan, aren't you? As it happens, so am I. Say, look, friend, you got anything to keep the chill out of my bones? I'm in need of a spot, and some ale would do nicely. Okay, actually, I do. But this is again one of those choices. Do you want to be just get a few coins out of him, or do you want your soldiers here in the city to be capable of fighting the goblins? And I think at some point there is going to be an attack on the city, and all people here partake in it. And what your actions will determine is how many allies you have in that fight and how useful they are. So, in general, self-preservation overrides petty gold concerns for me. Look, the goblins could attack any second, and the last thing we need are drunk soldiers on the field. Get back to your post. Piss off, then. Some brother in arm you are. Hmm. What did you just say? I've about had it with people with sharp tongues around here. Uh, no harm meant. Slipped off my tongue, it's all. 100 apologies, alright? I was willing to let your behavior go and let you rot here, but now, if I even hear of you touching a drop of alcohol while goblins threaten Targos, I'll see to it you're punished. Now report to your post. We've got a battle to win. I'm off. We'll just keep it between you and me, alright? About the drinking, aye. Just be watchful of goblins and stay off the bottle. Yeah, more level ups. Everyone's level up now, which is excellent. Night time. No, that looks sort of grayish. Snow is one. If one thing that snow is, it's not grayish, unless it's really, really dark. Even then, it's not really. Okay, level ups. Why is that? Yeah, we can. Those are the all. all the classes we could choose a level in. But yeah, we'll choose another wizard level. Multiclassing in 3rd edition is much better than the 2nd edition. Like, much better. You can build really interesting stuff, and there's a lot of odd uh, synergies that you wouldn't think in the 3rd edition that would be there. We'll put skills in all the necessary wizard stuff and shit. And then what? Alternate between search and diplomacy apparently. Again, you should be able to save your skill point for future levels ups, but this doesn't allow you to. Okay, how do I access my spellbook? One additional spell. No second level spells. I think we're better off with 3 sleep spells, to be honest. Ray of Enfeeblement might be good. Victim strength is reduced by 15 for the duration of the spell, unless a fortitude save is made, which warriors are very strong against. I think sleep might be our best option. What I'm thinking of is basically if we encounter some kind of boss fight, well, I'm hoping the cleric can handle that then. Definitely not gonna multi-class her. Not in any way. She's gonna be leveling slow enough as it is, so no distractions on her. And yeah, we can put the 1 point in concentration, that's it. Um, yeah, domain spells. Big. Command would probably be more or less what we're looking for. It's a will negate and it'll drop a fighter to the ground. Which would basically, but it's not all that amazing, so no, do might be better. A command would drop him to the ground. It's as more like sleeping, but if we attack him, he'll just get back up. Doom would reduce his ability to fight us. So a little bit of boost, a little bit of disabling abilities, and then something to take care of fighter bosses. At least to help mitigate their danger. Okay, you're a fighter. Level up as a fighter. We need someone who's really good at killing stuff. What do you know? Intimidation, wilderness lore, and concentration. You have concentration in the first place. I have no idea. One of the great things about warriors is they get a lot of feats. So what the hell am I going to take? Nothing spell casting related. Nothing to weapon fighting or finesse related. Be blind fighting or bullheaded. You can better fight against invisible attackers or thieves. Dash, 15% faster movement rate. Deflect arrows. Now there are a lot of good things we could take. Dodge. +1 dodge bonus to armor class against attacks from an opponent. Yeah, I think something like that might be... We'll also take more weapon skills. Maybe a range weapon skill would be warranted. So a bow. No, 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 no. We already know how to use a bow, even though if not all that well. So definitely more combat, melee combat related. Defense or attack doesn't really matter. Something. Yeah. Sure. Hmm. So better armor class 17. Okay, you. Probably should just take more Bard levels. This way we'll get access to spells. Diplomacy, blah. Use magic device and yeah. 2 first level spells. I'm taking identify. What am I? Yeah, I'm taking it. What else? Sleep wouldn't hurt certainly. But it'll stop being... Yeah, creatures with 5 or more hit dice are immune. So... Grease. Maybe a secondary healer. I don't think identify for him is all that great of a choice. Sleep at this point would be very good to have. Problem is, it's not gonna stay that way. And Bard can't change. I don't know if Bard can change their spells. I just don't know. If they might be basically permanent choices we make, and there's a limited number of them. We can cast more spells, but we have a very narrow selection of them, if that makes sense. 2 spells, but probably something like 3 or 4 casting. So healing might not be bad, especially since our own cleric sort of sucks ass. But I'd like abilities that will retain usefulness for a long time. Grease could be potential. Grease especially would work well with combination with Wizard probably, so the Bard could provide the extra support there and then have others do the damage. Color spray would be another one. Unconscious, blinded, or stunned. Stun for 1 round isn't much though. Chromatic orb would be useful always. It just isn't that useful now. It's a hard choice to make because we just don't know. Minor mirror image. One mirror image, that sounds ridiculously weak. Summon monster, but first level monster, what good is that? So I'm seeing a couple of good that would retain usefulness. One would be mage armor too. Chromatic orb, heal, and grease. So and naturally identify. I'm sort of want to take identify, but not now. It's too soon. We have nothing useful, so maybe at least some kind of damage spell and some kind of heal spell. We have the area of effect control performed by other guys at the moment already, so we can add the grease and identify later. Hmm. We don't have to memorize spells, I think. 2 spell slots available. We can cast however we want. Who's still left? Yeah, the rogue. Here's the problem. I don't know what to do with the rogue. If this was... we could experiment a little, I suppose. We could very well level change into a wizard type. What are... yeah, specialists, sure. This is a test. Wait, wait, wait. So, disable device, open locks, and what? We could maintain a decent level of those, apparently. Okay, could I raise them to 5 or 6? But took a rogue level. Yeah, okay, I get this. What it... what it does is we can still raise the skills as far as we could if we had taken a rogue level, but the cost will be based on the wizards. So this is more restrictive than 3.5, because there at least, maybe it's just a game, you could save skill points, so we could have saved a lot of skill point and then maybe later on taken a rogue level and raise height and move silently more. Hmm, I don't. I'll probably take wizard at some point, maybe. I don't think this is the point, because I do want to also be able to sneak around and do all that. What else can we take? Ranger. Could be mixing a warrior there. That's not a bad thing, because there are three systems of attack bonuses you have. Basically, warriors have high, then there's the middle ground who have medium, and sort of wizards have a low. So ranger, I think, is a high chance to hit progression level, which means, and rogue, I think, is medium. So mixing at least 4 levels of high into that will mean that we'll have one additional attack over what we would normally gain. So if this is a choice, are we going to go with what type of a rogue do we want to be? Do we want to be basically a wizard who can perform the bare minimum of rogue duties, which wouldn't be a terrible idea, especially if we have the bar to certain actions? Or do we want to be a combat focused rogue? I think we should be combat focused because we have basically 3 casters in the party already. So a fourth one, well, could be very useful. We don't have another really high combat focused character. We might, yeah, especially since the cleric can't really multi-class. Otherwise, she'll be a terrible cleric. We could also mix fighter in. Fighter gets more. They can get weapon specializations. We're definitely taking 4 levels of some kind of combat class. Favorite enemy. +1 damage against creatures of that type. Additional favorite enemy, blah blah blah. Yeah, we can fight with 2 weapons. We don't really want 2 weapons. I think we would better off with a fighter. I could be terribly mistaken about that. Why fighter and not barbarian? Yeah, basically I want to reinforce our archery skills. If I take fighter, I can take weapon specialization. Let's see how the skills go. A lot less skills. Would be a bow specialist, basically. But we sort of already are. Precise shot, rapid shot. So +1 to hit with bows, then +2 to damage. The question is, how are we gonna start mixing them up? Okay, what do we get if we take rogue? Okay, you can save a point. That's all. Okay. Now I have to load.
For what do you need me now?
Yeah, leveling up concerns. Gotta take the fighter now. I'll take the fighter now. We're gonna take it multiple times over the duration of the game. We do need to spend the points. So what is vital? We must. What is vital now? That is the important thing. So disabling drafts is always vital. Maybe move silently. No, disabling device and open locks will never be ignored. They're the vital things we have to do. Someone has to be able to open locks. Someone has to be able to disable devices. So that's the one thing we can't really compromise on. And what else? Thief abilities. So move silently or hide. Hide. Maybe search. I mean, if we don't find the traps, there aren't. We don't. It doesn't matter if we can disarm them or not. No, I'll take hiding. We need someone. Really need someone who can act as a scout. Okay. Expertise wouldn't be bad either. Focus on damage first. Martial weapon bow. Hmm.
Yes? I can, and I will.
Good for you. We haven't done much. Sort of a because we don't have a plan. It's some burned down building. We'll just have to make things a lot as we go along. If you come because of chauffeur told you to check on us, tell him we've almost got the trouble fixed, alright? What trouble? Well now, it's this catapult. Been giving us a little trouble is all. Nothing we can't solve. You build it? Me build this piece of wood rot infested junk? No, I've had no part of this. We built some of the other catapults in the compound, but this one we pulled from one of the merchant ships in the harbor. Sure you don't need any help? No, I'm handling it. Now look, you'd best get off. Get to your post. That catapult arm needs more support or it's liable to snap the first time it's fired. Looks like all you need to do is hammer those nails back in place. Yes, I know that a simple hammer and the problem would be fixed in no time, but for the last time, this is no concern of yours. Now get to your post now, or I'll report you, alright? Well, I have a hammer. By the gods, are those ears of yours just for show? I don't want a hammer, I don't want you to fetch me one. I want you to go about your business and leave me alone. Look, You've already done most of the work and we don't have anything to do. Why don't you let us pitch in? I... Alright, I need the help. This damnable club is worthless for pounding nails in these ports. So yes, if you have a hammer, that'll be help. Of course, here. Looks like pounding in those third and fifth nails should be enough. I'll just need to borrow the hammer for a moment. Oh, and you might want to take a few steps back. Why? Damnable nails! Make a fool of me, will you? I'll smash you into the hells. Take this and this. Not so smart now, are you? Now stay in. Stay in. Yes, calm down. Save it for the goblins. All done. Here's your hammer back. Gosh, I need a drink. Hmm. Yeah, you might want to save some of that for the coming battle, Fred. I suppose we got experience out of that. Yes, we did. Hmm. Heavy crossbow. Bolts. Okay, who the hell doesn't have a bow? Everyone has a bow. It's a light. No, it's a heavy crossbow. I have no idea what the difference is. Maybe rate of fire, something. Maybe not. So I don't know. Harlesport. Oh, didn't see you step into my shadow there. You are a member of one of the mercenary companies? Hmm. Are you alright? You seem a little distant. Why, I suppose I was. This building here used to be my home. It's tough to see it like this, and even tougher to have to tear it down. So, the building used to be your home. It was until the first Goblin Raiders hit Targos. They tore down every building they could sink their claws into, then their war riders left the Targos wall and started torching the buildings. That would explain the wrecked homes in town and along the docks. It accounts for some of them, aye. Many folk in Targos fled after the first Goblin raid, and we're so starved for lumber we started to take apart the burned homes, and the homes that were abandoned. We're turning Targos into a shell of what it once was. It's a sad thing to see. So is that why you're tearing this building down? Aye, it is. Though it pains me to do so. We're in a bad way when it comes to wood, though, and we need that palisade if we are going to survive another goblin raid. Yeah, well, it's better to be tearing down homes than burying bodies. Will Sergeant. Come on, you dogs, you want the goblins to use you to sharpen their axes. Look alive. Move, move, move. Hmm? You lost? You know, you're running these men ragged. If you really want to get the most out of them, you'll need to inspire them, not beat them down. Oh, really? Then by all means, go to it, sellsword. Show me what you mean. Then I'll kick the hells out of you. Very well. Recruits, gather around. Holy. Alright, I do see what you mean. Damn, I'm itching to crack some goblin skull now. Let him come. We'll show him what Targos is made of. Let that feeling guide you, and you'll cleave through the goblins like we. Okay. How much are we getting from this? Well, it's a little bit of experience, but I think the more important aspect might be that we can squeeze better performance in general out of these guys. You sure would. What ye be needing, friend? If ye brought any arrows for trade, then ye doubly welcome along the western wall. Okay. I think these might be our little jobs we'll have to do. Fix the hole in the wall, get arrows to another wall section, sort of thing. What is that? It's a halberd. No one uses a halberd. Burning oil. I have to check the ammunition situation at some point. This isn't the point. Haven't found that captain yet, but I'm still looking. I sure don't want to get into any trouble. Ah, yeah, he's the weapons rack guy. Guy we stole the shield from. Looking for your post? No. What's this enclosure here? This? It's a tooth circle, I believe is what it's called. Ulbrich had us build this along with the palisade. What is it used for? Once we realized we might be facing a goblin tribe or more, Ulbrich had us build this apparently. Goblins tend to charge full ahead, and this enclosure is thus designed to hurt them if they break through the gate. We're building platforms on top of that enclosure for archers and spearmen, and it is hoped once the raiders are lured into this pen, we can wipe them out while keeping our losses to a minimum. Yeah, but what's to guarantee the goblins will be driven in here? Right now, there's gaps near the front of the circle. The goblins could run right around this enclosure. I fear it won't be complete before the goblins choose to attack us again. If so, then we should expect a tough fight if they break through the gate. Speaking of which, can you open the palisade gate for us? We wouldn't mind doing some scouting. I'm afraid I can't. Ulbrich has ordered the gate sealed. Still, if the attackers break down the gate, there's little to stop you from roaming beyond the palisade. Yeah, let's hope that won't happen. Wink wink. Okay, it looks like we have a fair grasp of this map section too. You can move very quickly past this, I mean get to the actual fighting, get it started, but I'm not that familiar with the game, so I do want the experience. Okay, who the hell are you? Yeah, I don't think there's anything more here for us at the moment, so back to the city. We still have a lot of problems on our hands. One is we need to see the seer at the docks. We need to see who the hell betrayed the city in the first place. Ah, we haven't met any
Seems simple
shopkeepers
enough.
really. We haven't visited most of these places. Large shield. So how does a large shield differ? It has a larger armor check penalty, but it's a natural larger bonus to your armor class. Yes, arcane spell failure is also larger, so I probably don't want to use that. Arcane spell failure, yeah, pretty substantial. Okay.
Strange you ask this of me over these others? No?
Maxial Silvery Moon. Sweet mornings and warm evenings to you, friend. I'm Maxial of Silvery Moon. Are you the reinforcements? Yes, recently arrived from Luskan. Ah, good. Gladdens me that all Urbeck and I were not the only ones to come to the aid of 10 towns. 10 towns. Why that bugbear had to hit me head. Please forgive my dwarven friend. He came all the way from Citadel Atbar to aid Targos. A good fellow, but he's out of his head right now. One too many blows from a bugbear Morningstar, I'm afraid. As for me, a war on the southern plains fell under my sword but over my leg. The good priest healed the flesh, but the bone will take longer to mend. I'm just thankful we weren't killed. May better fortune shine upon you. Another warrior come for healing from Ragni. The only people welcome in this house are those who give or take blood. Are you one of the brave, or are you just another talker? It is Rahal's my name, and I'm here to inspire the fallen with songs, to stir the hearts and calm the... Still your wagging tongue! You waste breath while brave men gasp at their last, not a league from here where we stand. Swordmaster Ragni, calm yourself. These people are here to help. There's no time to bicker. Enough! In your prayers, Bard, count yourself tomorrow blessed that Denham talked me out of bashing your foolish head. Now what do you want? How goes the battle? For the moment, all is well. Some goblins try to trash the palisade with their feeble weapons. They failed miserably. They are disorganized. If this continues, the battle will be easily won. They were testing the defenses before their bugbear reinforcements arrive, when they have strong leaders and numbers on their side. Denham, I don't need a sermon on how goblins fight. I've slain more of those black-blooded bastards than anyone in this town. It doesn't matter how many bugbears they have with them. Hack enough of them in twain with an axe and the rest head for the mountains. Would it be accurate to say that your battle plan can be summarized as Denham? Keep talking, Denham. We shall see what happens, Now, is there something I can help you with? Okay, tell me about Tempest. Tempest is the god of battle and warfare. He teaches us to embrace conflict as the heart of civilization. Ask the people of the 10 towns what war is. They'd probably say it is savagery. Nothing could be further from the truth. War is just a civilized expression of independence and personal belief. From duelists fighting over a breach of honor to nations clashing over a stretch of land, each victory represents our world's progress. Okay. What about those who are not victorious? It is the error of man to forget those who have died for their beliefs. All warriors who die with valor and bravery are to be honored and remembered in reverence. Such is the way of Tempest. Okay, healing. We can buy healing. We can buy stuff too, which we can't afford, so wonderful. Healing potion is pretty much all our entire purse would be spent on a single healing potion. Hmm. Yes? Ah, you must be the reinforcements. I'm afraid your boat from Luskan may be the last until we break the horde. I'm Denham Fisher, priest of the Red Knight. Do you need healing? How goes the battle? It goes poorly. We were unable to make a decisive strike against the goblins when they attacked the palisade wall. Poorly? Ha! Denham, we did fine. We knocked back every mob that came forward. It's not the point, Swordmaster Ragni. Their intent was to test our defenses, not to penetrate them. When they return, organized and bolstered by bugbears, it will not be so easy to turn them away. I apologize for deigning to debate with my esteemed colleague. Is there anything else I can help you with? Who is the Red Knight? The Red Knight is a young goddess sponsored by the Church of Tempest. Once a mortal, the Red Knight is the patron of strategy and tactics. Some might say that she is the result of the natural evolution of warfare. Mhm. Others might disagree. If you have any questions about how to be more effective in battle, please ask me. Is there anything else? Okay. Hmm. Any advice how to fight goblins? In melee combat, goblins are not mighty warriors, but their archers are a thorn in any man's hide. Yeah, any man's side. This is their way to distract your warriors, while arrows fly towards vulnerable spellcasters. Attack their archers first and use spells like Sleep and Color Spray to lay their axemen low. Also be wary of goblin sorcerers. If ignored, they can quickly destroy an inexperienced band of soldiers. How about orcs? Orcs are dangerous opponents in hand-to-hand combat as well as at range. They are not as agile or cunning as goblins, but they make up for their deficiencies by brute force. Orcish shamans often rail against arcane magic because this is so often practiced by their hated enemies, the elves. Fear the Orcish shamans of Ugrumsh, for they are mighty in spiritual magic. Okay, bugbears. Bugbears are fearsome adversaries. Not only do they hunt in disciplined, intelligent packs, but they are also quick and strong. Their favorite weapon, the Morning Star, has little difficulty against the chainmail that many soldiers wear. If you expect to find bugbears, get a good suit of splint mail. You need not worry about bugbear shamans or sorcerers. War parties like this are dominated by bugbears seeking glory at the end of a Morning Star. Any other general combat advice? Try to concentrate your attention to one or two opponents at a time. The approach of death can make a wounded man fight as effectively as a fresh one. This is usually in your best interest to fell a small number of enemies quickly rather than wound many. Also, spellcasters need constant attention. Your allied wizard and priest must always be active and out of harm's way. Enemy wizards and priests must be inactive and in harm's way as soon and as often as possible. If you are wounded, seek healing quickly. In a group of equally wounded allies, it is wise to cure the ones who are most likely to take damage and fall in upcoming conflicts. Do you offer the same crap? Okay, the snows birthed goblins, splintered forests of dead trees, a circle of teeth, screaming rivers silenced by wood and ice.
A stone. A stone that beats like a heart.
Um, Valin, can you hear me? Lady Elithara asked me to try to help you.
Rain.
Okay, it's the disgusting pig-blotched drink. Good day there. Are you with the reinforcements from Loskin? Yeah, who are you? Thank goodness, I'm Deagle Elmwood. I came when I heard Bremen was under attack. I had friends there, but sad to say that. Please excuse me if I have trouble talking about it. Hmm. Yeah, that's the way of war. There's worse yet to come. Your words cut like the winter wind. I know you speak the truth. And you fare better than the unlucky souls in Bremen.
Captain Mariner? Is that you, Captain? It's me, Garrett Tanner.
Yes, I'm Captain Mariner.
No, your voice is different. But thank you for humoring me in my delusion. I wish the captain were here, and he could bear this letter to my Raina.
Who is Raina?
Oh, Raina is my beloved. We were to be married soon. Now, I don't know if I'll ever make it back to Neverwinter to see her again.
Go on.
I have wrote a letter to my love. I am stranded here. If only it could get to Captain Mariner from Neverwinter. He could give it to my dear Raina.
I can deliver the letter for you.
How could you? I know I must seem rather childish and soft-hearted for such a request, but my love is my life. I thank you, friend. Give my regards to Captain Mariner.
Okay. I'll see if I can steal from here without
I
uh,
suppose I'm
getting into
free to.
trouble.
Okay.
Ah, cast the spell Bliss once per day. Okay. Who the hell can use this? Not usable by... yeah, this... surely it's usable by a cleric then. No one can use it? Need a priest of Tempest. Okay, so it's totally useless. Cure moderate wounds.
Of course. Fine.
Do you know where I can meet up with the captain of the Neverwinter forces? Garen Tanner wanted me to deliver this letter to him. Oh, did he now? May I see that letter? Okay. Well, well, isn't this interesting? He's obviously trying to send some sort of covert message about how our troops are allocated throughout the Dale. Very clever. Then again, doppelganger shapeshifters are known for their wits. He's a doppelganger? Of course, keep your allies close, Edis Rahal, but keep your enemy within striking distance, preferably in your temple. I suspect he killed the real courier and ingested his memories. Divination magic revealed his true nature. So what should we do? I will prepare a set of replacement letters. One will be addressed to the leader of the reinforcement from Luskan, the other for Garradon's Captain Mariner. If Captain Mariner is the real captain, he will not open this letter, honoring Garradon's wishes. If he is not the real captain, he will be in for a fiery surprise. Wait here for a moment, and I will fetch the necessary supplies. Okay. Here you are. This should do the trick. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. You probably just saved many lives. You need anything else? No. I gained experience out of that. There's one additional thing I want to try. This definitely requires a saving.
I am your man. Easily done.
We pickpocket. There.
So many
If this
jobs,
follows
so little time.
Baldur's Gate rules, it should mean they
I
turn
guess.
hostile if we fail, and that's I dislike the system so much. 3 gold
There
pieces?
is
Are
none.
you kidding me?
Certainly.
Your wishes? Easily done.
We try to steal from the doppelganger. Thing to steal.
The best. Here I am. Obviously a job for one as remarkable as myself. Certainly.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting through this anytime soon. Probably should end soon. As I said, you don't have to go through this, all of them. I'm very desperate for experience, and I do want to experience the game, what it has to offer. It's a surprisingly slow start for a game that is very hack and slash focused. Oswald Fiddlebender. Is that a flying ship? Yes, it is. Holy shit.
Ready. Simple.
We got a oil of fury burning out of it, or sunstone gem. I'm not quite sure which.
Need something done. Obviously a job for one as
Oh,
remarkable
my
as
apologies.
myself.
I didn't see you standing there. What can I do for you? Or was there something I was supposed to do for you?
Who are you?
Introductions, of course, introductions. Sometimes the ideas will start rattling around in my head, and I'll wake up to find I'm somewhere else, or talking to someone else. My name's Fiddlebender. Oswald, that is. Well, Fiddlebender's my last name. My first name is Oswald, so it's Oswald Fiddlebender. A pleasure to meet you.
Is this ship yours? No, pleasure to meet you. Is that your ship?
Ship? Oh, you mean this one here?
Yes, the one with the balloon on top.
You mean my airship? Yes, yes, indeed, it's mine. Beautiful, isn't it? Didn't know which ship you meant at first, for there are many common ships about, but this one is quite extraordinary. Most ships travel upon the water. This one, however, travels upon the air. Indeed it does. It was wondrous. Well, before it crashed in Targos. I flew it all the way from Kuldahar, you know.
Hmm. Did the crash cause the damage to the hull?
Oh, yes, the damage there. Well, the landing here in Targos was somewhat bumpy, and it took some time to put out the flames and mend the wooden frame. And of course, there were all those potions that shattered in the crash and caused those nasty fires on the northern side of town. Fortunately, all the residents had already fled at my approach, so it was only a matter of time before the flames died down and we could approach the ship. Quite a mess, but we got it all sorted out.
Hmm. How did you fix it?
Oh, well, now that's another story. Had to fashion a spell of my own to mend the ship. Oswald's Mending, I call it. Quite catchy, I think. Getting the components for it can be quite exhausting, let alone remembering them. Wrote it all down in a book in the lab.
Lab?
Oh, didn't I tell you? But I must have. Why, I make potions. I mean, well, among other things, I'm an inventor. I make things. And potions. Did I say that?
Okay, do you have any potions to sell? Okay, do you test these potions on yourself after making them?
Not often. Very dangerous, some of them. Others are volatile. Some are both.
And those dangerous potions cause the damage?
Oh, yes, the damage there. Well, the landing here in Targos was somewhat bumpy. And of course, there were all those Fortunately, all the residents had already fled at my
Okay,
approach.
Kuldahar.
So it was. Why, I live in Kuldahar with my niece, Marilee. I mean, well, I set up shop there after I landed in town. Well, crashed, really, but that's neither here nor there. There's an awful lot of mountains around Kuldahar. Very confusing to fly through. Or around. It's hard to steer the ship when I'm in the lab, I've discovered.
Your niece.
Oh, yes, Marilee. Quite the fiddlebender as fiddlebenders go. She's growing like a quick weed. She's almost up to my knee.
I think Marilee is the narrator of this adventure. Okay, what do you do in Kuldahar?
Oh, didn't I tell you?
Okay, yeah,
Why, I make
potions.
potions.
Decent selection of potions, but again, we don't have money really to buy potions. Even a single potion of heroism is almost twice as expensive as we have cash, so these are all sort of totally pointless. Potion bag. I'll buy that. I think there was a scroll case on sale too at some point. I didn't buy it. Definitely should have. We need to sell some of the scrap away anyway. Not now. Not now. Definitely not now.
You need one as adept as whenever my skills are needed.
I want to do one more thing before ending, and that's try to pickpocket the leader of the town. I mean, we have the fudging skill, we might as well take use of it this time. I just...
Go ahead. I guess.
This can't possibly go bad. I'd fail. Yeah. You... I'll go behind you, please. No. Okay, yeah. Maybe we don't want to start a fight with
My
the...
finely honed and incredibly acute skills
My
will wait.
sarg is greater than yours.
Ah! Enough!
Yeah. This is why I don't like it. It's basically taken probably directly from the pen and paper edition, but it doesn't work in a computer game. There's no way to recover from certain things no matter what you do. So why the fudge would you put them in the game in the first place? The possibility to
For
just
what do you need
screw
me
up your
now?
entire game without any
Okay.
real hope of recovery. A better system, even though it's pretty shitty too, would be just if you have the skill enough for the character, you succeed. If you don't, you have no chance. Basically similar to what opening a lock. But there's no getting caught because yeah, it's not leading anywhere. It leads to you loading.
For what do you... I
In
guess.
certain situations it might not. The thing is, I don't even know if we have a chance to succeed here. Or is it locked based? We have a chance to succeed, and that makes it even worse. Because it encourages things to just keep quick save and then load and load and load and load and load, and that's fundamentally a bad system in the game. I don't want to keep reloading. But I also, if I know there's a chance to succeed, and I've wasted a huge amount of skill points on the skill, of course I'm going to try to use it to get something out of it. So, what did we get out of it? Gold ring. Well, that's not useful at all. Okay, can we have something else? We know we can succeed, so yeah, this isn't
Fine.
this isn't good gameplay.
For what do you... Fine.
It just want to retry until you get a good dice roll.
For what do you need? Okay.
You go. Okay. We'll keep stealing until he has nothing left.
For what do you... Simple. For what do you... I'll see what I can do.
Ooh, magical item. Oh, 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 oh. We're not gonna pay for the identification though.
I suppose I'm free to do your dirty work.
Yes, yes you are.
Okay.
That's nothing anymore. So
Yes? Fine.
try to find the wipe.
Of course.
For what? It shouldn't be a problem.
Five gold. Yeah. But success is a success. Does she have anything else?
For what do... I'll see what I can do. For what do... I guess.
More golden rings. Okay.
I suppose I'm free to do your dirty work. It shouldn't be a problem. For what do you... I guess.
Yeah.
For what do you... Easily done.
2 gold again. Do you please steal something useful? More gems. Well, it isn't bad, but this is
For what do you... It shouldn't be a problem.
when you don't have a proper system, this is
For
what
what
you
do you...
get.
I'll see what I can do.
Armor spell. That at all.
I suppose I'm free to do your dirty work.
Well, they are worth quite a
Fine.
significant amount of money, so it is worthwhile
For
in
what
that
can be
sense.
easily done?
4 gold again. Seems insulting. If you're gonna steal the gold, just steal the gold. Why do you make me go through this? I've sold gold like 4 or 5 times already. Masterword dagger. Okay, that's... Okay, how long can I keep stealing from a single person anyway? Target has nothing to... Okay,
Yes?
and we're definitely
Strange you
ending
ask this
this.
of me over these others? No?
Ah, it'll probably take another longish session until we get through to all the dialogue, all the little quests, and get to the goblins actually attacking us.